Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here on that brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shop video today. Taking a go out today, see things came out, see things are on sale. Now today though, new release-wise, some of the bigger things that are coming out is The Kingsman comes out. That's like I guess is the origin Kingsman film, the prequel film. That one releases today. Also though, the film, I think it's the 355 releases, as well as House of Gucci. So those are the ones that all released today. With The Kingsman, I don't know for sure if there's any exclusive versions of that one. I didn't see for sure if there was. I feel like there possibly could be a steelbook for that one. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on that one, but we will see. Also, though, at the end of this video is going to be a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received to review and talk about for you guys. So definitely stay tuned for those at the end of this video. And as always, too, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that I reviewed. If you guys have seen them, what you guys thought of them, and also if you guys plan on picking any of them up. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. And we'll see, though, if this location has out all the stuff, because the past, I think it's been at least 2 weeks, this one has not put out anything new, whatsoever on the shelves. So, we'll see. It is just about 2 o'clock, so it's a little later. So I feel like they should have the stuff out, but we shall see, because like I said, last Tuesday I didn't get to see any of the releases or anything, because there was nothing changed, but we shall see. And same with this Walmart. This Walmart is always not the greatest either for having stuff out, but I always go to it because they come first, and it's kind of like my OCD thing. I just go to these ones, but you never know. Maybe they'll get it together, because sometimes they do. It comes almost in weird waves, where sometimes the stores are having it out every week, all the new stuff. It's always perfectly out on time, and then all of a sudden something happens. Lots of squeaks going on, and then something happens all of a sudden, and then not at all. You never see it again. So, like I said, fingers crossed, we shall see if the stuff will be on the shelves. But we'll check here in the front, though, and see if anything is changed out. And this hasn't been changed in a while. And it's been, at least for the last little while, really random. Yeah, it's still really random with the stuff that's on here. Because as you see, it's stuff in the past couple months and stuff. Nothing even that recent for the most part. It's just kind of really, really random different things that are out. And not even a lot, like I said, not even a lot of the more recent stuff that you would have expected to see out. It's always sort of really the most sporadic thing for what they put in the front right here. As you can see, it's just very, very random. A lot of Disney stuff, as you can tell, but nothing, like I said, of the real recent releases that you would have thought would have been out, like some of the new Marvel ones or anything. None of those are here in the front, which is strange. Very, very weird, but we'll head over to the actual section, though, and see. Hopefully they have the stuff out over there, though. But like I said, they haven't the past 2 weeks, so fingers crossed. We will see, though. Yeah, but taking a look over here in the actual section, they have the stuff that came out now last Tuesday, like the Eternals one, and they have the Target exclusive one here that has the limited edition art prints. I didn't get to see these last Tuesday. That's $29.99, and they have the other ones. But other than that, though, other editions here, standard versions. But other than that, though, I don't see any of the new stuff. I see the spaces for it, like American Underdog, the 555, and House of Gucci, but nothing out in the shelves, though. Into Walmart we go. Well, I have not peeked yet, so we shall see if there's the stuff out in the shelves and everything. I usually come from the other angle. I am seeing stuff on the shelves, though. I definitely am seeing over here, there is some things that are on the actual, yeah, it looks like today they're surprising me and having stuff out on the shelves. Because I see, it's funny, they have the Office one here, and then they have, then they have the one without the slip covers here. But they actually have the new ones out here. So they have the Kingsman here. And like I said, I have not seen this one. It's funny too, this one, the only at Walmart, is on the actual slipcover, and it's printed on there. I've never really seen them do that on the slipcover. And it has an extra bonus disc here, and it has so it has 2 different featurettes on here that are a bonus on that. So that's actually really cool. I have not seen this yet, though. If you guys have seen this, let me know how this one was. I really am interested in this. And then they also have this collection here. I don't know the price of this, though. It's like the Kingsman. It doesn't seem to show it, because it's definitely not $32 just for that. That's definitely in the wrong spot. But this has, all 3 of the films together, and they're steelbooks. Oh, so there are different steelbooks. So those are actually really cool. But and wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. What? Okay, so how in the hell is this in here that it says only at Best Buy, the Kingsman Steelbook Collection? So I'm going to scan this and see if it comes up, but that doesn't make any sense. How in the hell is something from Best Buy in a Walmart? This is truly the strangest thing I can say that I've ever seen in my entire life in here. I'm putting this over here. I'm not sure what that's about. I don't know if somebody stole that in Best Buy and brought it in here. I don't know. I have no clue. That is extremely strange, and there's no other ones at all anywhere, so that is really, really weird. But I'm going to scan it to see what it says. But they also have another exclusive one here too for the movie American Underdog, and this one has in here, it's like really thick. It has like exclusive journal inside of here, which is included, and this is $22.99 for this edition that has the journal, and then this one, the standard one without the journal, is $19.96. And it's funny, it has a cinema score thing. I've never seen them put that on there. You always see like Rotten Tomatoes, but never like a cinema score sticker. And then the DVD one for that one is $17.99. And then they have the 355 one here, which I was talking about. And then other than that, though, I'm seeing if there's anything else. Like I said, I'm still not sure what's going on with that. I can't figure that out whatsoever, what's going on. Well, I can't. But also, though, one of the other things today was Shattered. That's $14.96 for the Blu-ray, $12.96 for the DVD. And then, what is this? The Godfather, like a DVD? Of Godfather, like, oh, the Godfather trilogy, I guess like a re-release of it, and then like a random re-release of Sonic here. Other than that, though, I'm seeing if there's anything else mixed in here. I don't think any of these other ones here are new. I think Counting Bullets was last week, but other than that, though, I'm not seeing anything else new over here, though. Settlers, all those other ones, those were all the past couple weeks. But yeah, I'm gonna scan. Let's see if there's anything else different over here. I always have to check on these things because you never know anything new mixed in. And I definitely am going to make sure to talk to later about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie on Netflix. And another one coming to Netflix soon is the Medea movie, which I'm interested in seeing how that is. I'm really wondering if they're going to make it kind of R-rated or not, since it's on Netflix and he doesn't have to go to the ratings with it the same way. So I wonder if he will, because I know with the other Medea movies like Boo Medea, that almost got an R rating, both of those ones. But other than that, though, I don't see anything else different. Oh, wait a minute, House of Gucci is here, but it's in this spot. That's really random. So it's $22.99 and $17.96 for the DVD. I'm always messing this up. It's $96, but it's really weird that this has randomly been put here. Like I said, I'm still gonna have to figure this out. What's going on with this? This is very weird. Yeah, so that was so weird with that, Kingsman thing. I took it to the guys, and they were all like laughing, and they had like no clue how it ended up in here. They were saying something about like Cruz went dark or something, and like something about the same people or something, at Best Buy or something, the same truck. I don't know, something like that he was saying that he thought, but then the other guy was saying maybe it was some kind of a return, but I don't know how it could be a return unless it was like an online. They were saying maybe it's an online return, and then they took it in here by mistake or something, but for the hell of it, they scanned it just to see what it would do. It's not in the system at all. So it's just so random, so somebody would probably go in there and just take it out of the store, which would be bad if someone would have done that. But since it's not in the system, it's crazy. But I gave it to the guy and said, I don't know what's going on with this. I said, this is the single weirdest thing I've ever seen. I've never in my entire life seen that happen. I'm glad I went there and documented to document the weirdness. I especially love weirdness, and it makes these videos more interesting when you have extremely strange stuff happen that make no sense. If you guys have ever seen that happen before in a Walmart, seeing something that said only at Best Buy, let me know. We've seen stuff like that happen at Dollar Trees and stuff like that, because they get like Walmart stock, and sometimes they get exclusives in Dollar Trees, stuff that didn't sell and stuff like that. But you never see that on release Tuesday for a new title in there that says only at Best Buy with that rare exclusive Steelbook edition. That was just very strange. We'll see though if at Best Buy they actually have any of that edition there, and I'm just curious how much it was too, just out of curiosity. I'm thinking it was probably at least, I don't know, $80 or $60 to $80, something around that range. But we're going to head to another Walmart though, just to see what else they have. It'd be funny if they randomly had that out there again, but I don't think you're ever going to see that again, but we'll see though. Into the second Walmart we go. So we're going to head back, and fingers crossed they have out all the stuff. I'm not expecting, like I said, to see that other one, out today like that, because that was so weird and random. Let's see over here though. So yeah, you see the Kingsman one here, none of those other ones though. So then the the standard Blu-ray. They didn't have the Blu-ray at the other location. That one's $24.96 for the Blu-ray, $19.96 for the DVD, and $32.96 for the exclusive one. It is funny, like I said, it has the sticker on there like that and everything. That is definitely interesting. Other than that, though, they have the 355 one for $22.96 and $17.96 for the DVD, and then they have House of Gucci here as well. And this location has it in the front. I thought it was kind of weird that it was on the side, you know, like this spot in the other location. But other than that, though, mixed in here, I don't see anything else new besides the Godfather one that I showed. It is funny that they did a re-release, though, of the trilogy on DVD. It just sort of seemed funny. Let's see. Nothing else different here I'm seeing. Let's take a look over here and see if there's anything else mixed in. I don't see anything else mixed in here. I'm not expecting much else today, but we'll see. Like I said, you never know. Here's where something could be if there's anything else new. And no, everything else seems to be the stuff I've seen the past couple of weeks. I'm just seeing if there's anything randomly mixed in, because sometimes there's like something randomly in here. This could possibly be one. I don't remember seeing this Time Guardians. I don't know for sure, though, on this one, when this one was from. Because the Settlers, that was last Tuesday. I ended up picking up this one. I have to watch this. I didn't realize that it's Sophie Boutella is in this one. And I saw the trailer and it looked pretty good. So I ended up actually getting that one over the weekend. Still have to look at that. Other than that, though, these ones were all, you know, were last Tuesday. I don't see anything else, you know, mixed in here. Was this one, maybe this one was today too, this one, Legend of the Five. This one possibly could have been today. I'm not 100% sure, though, if this one was or not, but this one might have been today. Other than that, though, I'm seeing if there's anything else mixed in here, but no, not seeing anything else different here. Is the Bee Gees one, that, no. Yeah, nothing else, though. Yeah, like I said, and definitely not seeing any of the, only at Best Buy one in here. That was very strange and very, very random. Into Best Buy we go. So we'll head back and see. It's going to be funny, though, if they don't even have that Kingsman one that we saw out by mistake in the Walmart. But let's see. That's one of those ones, though, you never know with certain Steelbook ones if they like become really limited or not. I do see they still have a lot of the Eternals ones left. So a ton of those ones. Because sometimes the Marvel ones can go really quick. You never know with them. And then they have the American Underdog here for $19.99 for that one. The Hurt Locker Steelbook. I can't remember if this one was like this week or was last week. I can't remember for sure, but it's a Best Buy exclusive. And I showed in my video a week or two ago, I did a like closer look at that one. Let's see any other ones over here. And let's see too, the Kingsman, where that is. Because I'm not seeing Kingsman. That's really weird. Like they don't, wait a minute. Sometimes you have to check too on this side. Let's see, Kingsman. Oh, they have no Kingsmans at all. So that set here was $58.99. So maybe all the Kingsmans went to that Walmart by mistake. But no, that's so strange. There's no copies whatsoever of the Kingsman. Let's check over here too and see. Kingsman, yeah, all the ones are empty. So obviously somehow they must have not got them in. And there's even more of the Eternals ones here. And then this one might have been today. This Josie, the Tiger, and the Fish. I think this may have been today. Other than that, though, let me see any other ones. Oh, that's really cool. They carry this in stores. Alligator. That's the 4K one. And this one just released today. I didn't expect to see that in stores. This is actually a really fun movie about this alligator in the sewers and stuff. And I remember like seeing this as like a kid. Probably was like 10 years old on like Sci-Fi back in the day or something like that. I remember seeing it when I was really young, and it always really freaked me out. But it's $29.99 for that one, and they had the 355 for $24.99. House of Gucci here, that one is $24.99 for that one. Other than that, though, let's see anything else mixed in over here. I saw a couple other things, though. I did see The Green Mile. That was one of the other ones that came out today for the first time on 4K, and that's $25.99 for that one. And then Escape from LA. I think this was actually today as well. And that one was $19.99 for that one. And I don't know if this was today or not. Attack on Titan, the final season, part 1. I'm not sure if that was today or not. Other than that, though, I don't see anything else mixed in here. Like I said, it is so weird, though. They have none of the Kingsmans. There definitely was some kind of a mix-up if there was Kingsmans that showed up in the, in the Walmart like that. But Other than that, though, that seems to be all the different things here today, though. So anyway, though, guys, that was off my DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. But like I said, so strange that they didn't have any of those Kingsmans at all. Like, no DVDs, no Blu-rays, nothing. They don't have DVDs anymore, but very rarely you'll see a DVD in there. But no Blu-rays, no 4Ks or anything. So maybe there really was some sort of a strange mix-up that had happened for that exclusive to end up in there. Because like I said, to not even see it in there and see no copies whatsoever, obviously something is up with all of that and everything. But also, though, let me know, though, in the comments below, though, if you know what you guys picked up today on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K. And also, let me know, too, like I was mentioning, if you guys have ever seen that happen before when you went into a Walmart or anything like that and saw, you know, the exclusive for another store like that. Because like I said, that was so incredibly strange. But let me know what you guys picked up. I also, though, did want to mention about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the one that went to Netflix, because I did watch that one. And I actually, like, it's one of those things where I feel like after that and you know, how much attention the movie has gotten and how many people seem to, you know, in the horror community for the most part seem to really like it, I think it should be the key that test screenings should be done. I think that they should totally abandon doing test screenings. I know for nothing I ever make, I'll ever do that, because I feel like the test screenings, all it does is screw things up, because like it put in the mind of the distributor for Texas Chainsaw that it was total garbage, and they just dumped it to Netflix. And I'm sure they probably didn't get a whole lot of money for it either, because the test screening reviews were so bad for it. And I don't know what the problem was with it, because out of the other ones that I've seen, like the Texas Chainsaw Alexander Daddiadro one, and then the other one from I think 2017, this was definitely the best one. I mean, out of those ones. And also the gore and everything was insane. Some of the stuff surprised me. It was only like an hour and 10 minutes long. It ran really fast. It wasn't like one of those movies that, you know, some of those movies you watch them, they're just so slow and they just take forever to get going. This I liked. I liked the actors in there. I liked it. It is by no means a perfect movie, but I do think it needs to just be the dismantlement of these test screenings, because every time the test screenings notoriously screw up movies. It never works well for it, and it didn't work well for this movie, but it benefited Netflix to see how many people have been watching it and everything, and how many, you know, I think it was like number 3 and stuff. So definitely it's pretty cool to see the attention to it and everything. Like I said, even though it's not a perfect movie or anything, but let me know in the comments below, though, if you guys did watch the Texas Chainsaw one, what you guys thought of it. Because like I said, I was very surprised with it. I thought overall it was a, you know, pretty decent movie. One of the better, honestly, horror movies that I've seen in a while, at least to me, that I, you know, was memorable. Like I secretly wish that we were going to get a Blu-ray of it. Hopefully, because, you know, it's a Netflix exclusive thing since they bought it. It's probably going to be like one of those companies makes like a not official one. I feel like that might be the only way. Or I'm fingers crossing that they put it out like in Germany or another country that maybe it wasn't bought by Netflix in another country, and then there'll be a Blu-ray. That sometimes happens. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for my DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. And like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. And now stay tuned for the brand new reviews. And the first one I got here is from Arrow Video, and this is one that I had never seen before. It's a really interesting movie which stars Stephen Railsback called Deadly Games. I love the slipcover on this one. It's like raised out here with the lettering for Deadly Games. But this was one, like I said, I had never seen before. And this one was from, was it 1980 is when this one was from. It's basically, though, about this woman whose sister had died. She comes back to this town. They kind of like, you know, to basically for the funeral and everything. And basically, though, once she gets back, you know, to the town, this mass killer is like kind of having her be the target and everything like that. So it's kind of like this mystery of who's the killer. And the killer has this weird stuff that they do, like, with like this board game relating to the kills and stuff like that, with like, you know, basically as he's playing this game, it kind of connects to if someone dies and stuff like that. It was a really interesting movie here. Like I said, I had never seen this one before. And this one has on here, though, feature-wise, this has the brand new 2K restoration here from the original camera negative on here. It has a brand new commentary track on here with the Hysteria Continues. And this Hysteria Continues, too, I always really like their, you know, their commentary tracks. I think they're really fun. I think like one of the first ones I ever remember hearing that they did a commentary on was, I think, that one called Savage Waters that they did. I think that was the first time I ever heard a commentary with them. And they always have like interesting inside, you know, trivia about the movies and stuff like that. They're really fun. And also on here, though, this has a brand new interview on here with one of the actors, interview on here with the special effects, you know, artist on here and stunt coordinator on here, theatrical trailer on here. It also has on the you know, the if you watch this on the put this on a computer, it has the screenplay as well as like a BD-ROM, exclusive on here as well. I've never put like, I never had a computer where you could put like a Blu-ray in it, so I never saw any of that kind of stuff. When you see like the scripts and stuff like that. They used to do that back in the day too with DVDs. Sometimes DVDs would have like exclusive stuff on them as well. You'd only see them if you put them in the computer. And there's also a booklet in here which has some pictures from the production, that kind of stuff, as well here. And the other one here is from Arrow Video as well. And this is a collection here I want to let you guys know was available here. And this is the Lies and Deceit, and this is 5 films by Claude Chabrol. Hopefully I'm saying that right. It's 5 different films of his on here. This is the limited edition contents, and it has on here though. Disc 1 has Cop Avon. Disc 2 has Inspector Lordan. Madame Bovary is on Disc 3. Disc 4 has Betty, and Disc 5 has Torment. And some of the features that are on here, it has on the first movie, Cop Avine, that has a commentary track on here by Film Critic, interview by film historians on here. It has an archival hour-long interview on here on stage at the National Film Theater in 1994. It has theatrical trailers on Spectre Lordan. That has an image gallery, a scene select commentary track on here with the director. It has on here a theatrical trailer. Some of the other ones, Madame Bovary has a film critic commentary with Kat Ellinger. Kat Ellinger does a lot of commentary tracks. Scene select commentary tracks on here with the director, theatrical trailer, image gallery. And then on Betty, that one has a Kat Ellinger commentary as well. A lot of visual essay on here, theatrical trailer, image gallery. So lots and lots of features on here. And I'll show you guys, though, a look at how the discs are in here, too. It has a booklet which has some stuff about the director and about the films and all that kind of stuff as well. It's a really thick, intricate booklet in here about the films, and then each film has their own individual one. They're in these cool thin kind of cases like this. Here's a look though for Torment, and then Betty, and then Madame Bovary here, and then Inspector Lordan. I think I'm saying these totally wrong. And then Copavin here, as well. But like I said, one of you guys know this ones were both available from Arrow Video. And the next one I got here is from Universal. And this is one I was really interested in seeing. And this one, I think it just went to theaters like a week or two ago. I might be wrong about that, but I think I saw like an ad, an ad for it or something that was just went to theaters. But there's a movie here called The 355. And like I said, this one here is from Universal. And this one has a great cast in here. There's a lot of people in here like Diane Kruger, Jessica Chastain, Lupita Nyong'o, Penelope Cruz, lots of people in this one. It's basically, though, it's kind of like, it's sort of, I guess you would almost kind of compare it to like, I guess like one of those like Ocean's 11 kind of movies in a sense, but not exactly like, it's not like done like kind of, because Ocean's 11 is a kind of more kind of comedic and stuff like that. This is kind of like almost like a group of these women that all come together, and they're all from different CIA kind of groups. They're all from these different basically different kinds of outlets and stuff like that they all work on, like different agents in different kind of areas and stuff like that in different countries and everything. And essentially, though, something ends up getting stolen. They end up having to go and try and get this thing that was stolen, so they end up having to all work together. So it ends up becoming one of those things about a group of people all working together that might not exactly get along too well, and then kind of like all of the problems that they come across and everything. I thought this was actually a pretty fun, action film here. On here, though, feature-wise, this has lead scenes on here, chasing through Paris, featurette on here, visual effects breakdown on here. So a lot of different featurettes on here, like the making ofs and everything. And the next one here, this is from Universal as well, and it's Universal and MGM. And this is what I was interested in seeing. And this is, stars Lady Gaga, Jared Leto, looks like did all this crazy makeup in this. It has, Adam Driver, Jeremy Irons, Al Pacino, and it's House of Gucci, which I was really interested in seeing this one. And this was an interesting movie. It's like it didn't end up getting like a lot of the nominations that it thought that it was going to. I was kind of surprised that it didn't, because it was one of those movies where you really thought that it was going to. It's definitely like the hour of lots of different wigs and different kind of wardrobes and stuff like that. It's like kind of like the wig hour, because there's lots of different like really crazy, like, Jared Leto was like method balding, and I mean like this is definitely out there for, especially like the main reason to watch this is Jared Leto, because Jared Leto is just like crazy as this character, and there's just like some really like ridiculous like expressions he makes in a couple scenes and stuff. But basically though, it's basically though about Lady Gaga's character, who comes in and marries the son of, Adam Driver. Basically, she marries Adam Driver's character, who's the son of the head of Gucci. And basically, he comes from this whole family of all this money and everything. And essentially, though, she's kind of like to the father's, not up to Adam Driver's father's characters. And if it was the father was it? I'm mixing it up. If it was, I think it was Jeremy Irons was the father, I believe. Yeah, Jeremy Irons was the father. And basically, though, he did not like Lady Gaga, and basically her character was basically saying, like, if you marry her, you're out of this family, you have nothing to do with this, you're not part of the Gucci line anymore, you're cut off and everything. And basically, though, it kind of comes to her trying to get back with the family, trying to get him back, Adam Driver's character back with his father, and get back, with working with Gucci again, so that, he has money coming in and all that kind of stuff. And I thought this was an interesting character piece. Basically, though, showing how when you get all this money, kind of what can go wrong, and there's a lot of problems that come along with this. But I thought this was actually a really interesting one. This one has on here, though, feature-wise, the Rise of the House of Gucci making of on here, and then some Lady of the House and Styling House of Gucci featurettes on this one. And the next one here, this is from Warner Brothers. They sent over a free copy of this one to let you guys know that this one is available. And this is a movie which I've watched throughout the years so many times. I absolutely love, Michael Clarke Duncan in this movie. Like, he was such a great actor. I was a huge fan of his. And, it also has, of course, Tom Hanks. And then the other actor is David Morse, who I've always been a fan of ever since Langoliers. And I know Langoliers is not the greatest movie ever or anything like that, but that was the one movie that I always remembered seeing David Morse in, and ever since I was a kid was like a fan of him just because of that movie. If you guys have never seen Langoliers, like I said, it's not the greatest movie of all time or anything, but for some reason I always absolutely love that movie. I always hope it gets a Blu-ray someday. And it is, what's kind of funny is it makes sense to bring that up because this is technically this is a Stephen King story this is from, and Langoliers was a Stephen King one. So it was kind of cool David Morse was in 2 Stephen King things. But Michael Clarke Duncan, though, was amazing. Like, when he died, though, he's one of those people that really, like, affected me, that I was really, really upset that he passed away. There's certain people that really, like Brittany Murphy, John Candy, Chris Farley. Those are some of the deaths that really, really, really bother me. And the Brittany Murphy, though, is the one that bothers me so much because there's just so much mystery to her death. I don't know. I know I'm going off on a whole thing about that, but that, like, certain things like that always bother me so much. And I won't lie, the Bob Saget stuff is really concerning too, because there's a lot of mystery to all of that now, the things that they discovered. So I don't know. His death really was another one, though, as I grew up with that show. But basically, though, Full House. But if you guys have not seen The Green Mile, though, it's a very, very sad film, but it is amazing. I mean, it is one of these movies that you know how they have like those books, like Movies to See Before You Die. This is definitely one of those movies. And basically, though, Michael Clarke Duncan's character is like one of these characters that you feel so bad for because he's in prison, and you just feel like, how could he be in prison for what he's in prison, basically being charged with and everything? He's on death row, and this takes place all on death row, and it's Tom Hanks's character and David Morse, and they both work in death row, and it's kind of all about the people that are there and kind of getting to know them, and then kind of all their own sort of kind of problems. But Michael Clarke Duncan's character ends up having this kind of gift that they discover of healing, this healing gift, without saying too much. But it just, like I said, this is like one of these movies where you could talk about this and like cry. It is so sad. It is such a sad movie, but it's one, like I said, if you guys have never seen it, it's 1,000 times over a must watch. And it's one of those movies too. It's a really, really, really long movie, but it doesn't feel long. And that's the thing. To me, there's some movies that like go for this, trying to be really long, and they just drag on. This is one of those movies that's so long and it doesn't feel long at all. And I like long movies like that when they have really good pacing and everything. On here, though, there's a bunch of different features on here. A commentary track with Frank Darabont. Also on the Blu-ray, it has additional scenes, the making of on here, teaser trailer on here, Michael Clarke Duncan screen test, the actual trailers on here. And the next ones here, these ones are all from Vinegar Syndrome. There's some really, really cool releases here from them, and the one is one that I am so excited about. And if you guys know me, this is a movie that I've talked about throughout the years so many times. Definitely is probably, honestly, in my top 20 movies of all time. Like, this movie to me is like so inspiring, like everything about it. And I was even reading the interview in here with Phoebe Cates talking about how it's like it went kind of to darker subject matter that movies like this would not normally do. And it's a movie here, if you guys have never seen this movie, just go on Vinegar Syndrome's website and just buy this movie. It's to me, it's that good. And this is definitely the biggest movie they've ever gotten to release, because they even have on the side Universal, which I thought was pretty cool. But for them, I think this is probably one of the most mainstream, because I know there was like a lot of companies families really wanted this movie. And I don't blame them, because this is a really, like, the movie I love. And this is Drop Dead Fred. And I know some people will say, oh, I don't like that movie. Oh, it's ridiculous. But to me, this is the kind of movie that I like. Because I've been starting to direct movies recently too. Everything kind of goes back to Drop Dead Fred and certain things where I take so much inspiration for what really resonated to me. And as a kid, you know, this movie resonated to me so much. I think too, this was one of the first times I ever had like a crush on anybody in my entire life because of Phoebe Cates. I truly think Phoebe Cates was the first person I ever had a crush on that I can think of. Was a first time as well too. So I always have been a huge fan of Phoebe Cates. But if you guys have not seen this movie, it's basically Phoebe Cates' character. I'll take the slipcover off so you can see. But basically though, you know, it's her character, and she, you know, when she was a kid, had this imaginary friend that she kind of locked away in her life and just kind of was gone. But she's going through all these problems in her life, and, you know, failed relationship with her boyfriend. You know, her mother is super controlling and like kind of abusive to the way she treats her, and the mother doesn't care at all what she wants, and everything. And this is like just basically though, when her life is falling apart, Drop Dead Fred comes back into her life and helps her and kind of like makes her kind of a kid again and everything. But then Drop Dead Fred is also causing all kinds of havoc and problems and everything. It is amazing. It's like, to me, like, this is the example of like the movie that I like makes, you know, you really like movies. To me, like, the music is so fun in this movie. Just watch it. You know what I mean? Like, go watch it with an open mind and just watch it to see a fun movie. You guys, like I said, if you guys have not seen this, but this has tons of features on here. I've seen a lot of the features before on the UK release, like some of the stuff there, you know, like the deleted scenes. And the deleted scenes, I'm not gonna lie, like, I cry profusely to these deleted scenes. I cry profusely to this movie. You know, when it's the ending of this movie, it's sad to me. Like, I just love this movie so much. I can't say that for a lot of stuff. You know, there's not a lot of movies that I really like, and especially nowadays, a lot of junk, I'm not gonna lie, is coming out. I'm just seeing stuff that I don't care about that much, and like movies like Drop Dead Fred, like, remind you that you really like. I know this is like a weird movie to have this kind of a reaction to, but I love this movie. Like, this to me is like, you know, the way people get about The Godfather. I get this way about Drop Dead Fred. I get this way about Clifford. I get this way about It's Pat. I get this way about Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I don't get this way about those movies. I get this way about stuff that I truly really like. But it has on here, like I said, deleted scenes. It has the brand new 2K scan on here from the 35mm inner positive on here. Has a commentary track with the director. It has an imaginary friends interview on here with the co-writers and executive producers on here, and an interview on here with the actress that plays the mother in the film. You know, lots of different stuff. Interview on here with Tim Matheson on here. Interview with actress Ashley Pemberton on here. Deleted scenes, the actual trailer. Like I said too, it has the interview in here with Phoebe Cates as well, talking about the movie, which I thought was cool that she did, you know, discuss the movie and said that she had a great time and has great memories of the whole thing. So I thought that was great. I didn't think they were going to get her on video, but I am glad that she at least, you know, is acknowledging the movie and talking about it. Because to me, like, I'm glad that she likes it. Because like I said, this movie to me is like very important to me. So there's not a lot of movies that are super important to me. This, Pee-wee, Bill and Ted movies, like certain things I find very important. That Drop Dead Fred's definitely one of them. So I was like, to me, Vinegar Syndrome, I was just so happy with this release from them. And the next one I got here is from Vinegar Syndrome as well. And this is a 4K release from them, which is really cool. And it's another movie that's a really fun movie. It's not perfect all around or anything. I'm not going to say this is like a perfect movie, but there are some extremely inspiring shots in here, especially for slasher movies too, that like have been stolen so many times, especially of the madman character in the trees. That basically this movie is worth it just for the shots of the character in the trees, like hiding and peeking down and stuff. They are terrifying. Like, scarier than anything else in the movie is those shots. There's just something so weird about him going up far in these trees and peeking down, and you see the reflection of the axe and stuff. It's very cool. But this, like I said, this movie here is Madman, and this one has a slipcover on here as well. Most of their releases, you know, have slipcovers, but you can order from their website ones with or without slipcovers. I, you know, request certain ones to them that I like to, you know, show the slips for. And this was definitely one, and especially Drop Dead Fred. But this is really cool slip on here. But this is basically a movie about people who are going out camping out in the woods, and it's basically this history of this madman character out there, and it's basically going and killing these people off. There's a handful of people that are from, George Romero's movies on here, like Galen Ross, was from Dawn of the Dead. She's in the movie. I think might have been one or two others, I think, because I think this was filmed in Pittsburgh. I might be wrong about that. I don't know, but it was a very, very fun movie. But it has on here, though, a brand new interview on here with Galen Ross on here, a commentary track on here with the director as well as producer on here. Commentary track with Hysteria Continues as well. Featurette on here, Alive at 35. 30 Years of Madman featurette on here. Feature-length documentary. Oh, yeah, Victor Bonacore, a friend of mine, did the documentary on this one. Original theatrical trailer, still gallery on here, and then an in memoriam featurette on here as well for this one. The other one, this is really cool. This is from Vinegar Syndrome's partner label. This is a great movie here called Tragedy Girls, which I'm really glad because this came out in the U.S. originally on Blu-ray. The Canadian version had like a couple more features, but the U.S. one, I don't believe it had any features, and it was one of those burn-on-demand releases from Gunpowder and Sky that they did originally. So I'm glad that it's now a pressed disc for this one, and this is a great movie. Like this is the kind of movie that I really, really like, and the kind of stuff I would like to make is in this sort of style because it's very much like Heathers. And I really prefer like comedy horror movies, and this is kind of more what this is. And it's basically, though, about these girls that are kind of obsessed with serial killers and all that kind of stuff. And there's a serial killer in their town, and they want to try and like get like information on him and things like that. So basically, they're trying to, and they also want to get information and kind of get famous for this. So because they can't really figure it out, they end up wanting to try and like, basically they want to commit murders and then make it look like the serial killer did it. So basically then they get all this inside information and stuff like that because they're the ones doing the killing. And it's a really interesting movie. I really like this one. A great cast in here too. The one actress, Brianna Hellerbrand, was from, the Deadpool. I think she was in the second Deadpool movie. And then Alexander Shipp, who's been in tons and tons of stuff. She's in lots of different movies. She's always really, really good. But this is one. Here's the original poster for this one as well. And I like the original poster for this one as well too. And you see like the kids in the school. This is, like I said, this is another one movie that I think that really went under the radar that a lot of people didn't see. And it's another one, if you guys have not seen this one, I would highly recommend you guys check it out. It has on here, though, new interview on here with the director and co-writer, recorded in 2021. A new interview with the writer, with the co-writer. Never before seen behind-the-scenes footage on here. Commentary track on here. The director, Q&A at Screamfest. Red carpet interviews on here from Screamfest. Storyboards for 8 sequences. Gallery of costumes of mass sketches. Gallery of behind-the-scenes visual effects stuff on this one as well. So lots of features on this one. The other one here, this is the new, I think there was a Blu-ray of this before. I can't remember. I'm imagining that there was like a Blu-ray of this at some point before. Maybe Troma did one of their own. I can't remember, but I feel like there might have been something that I saw before for this one. It's one here called Beware Children at Play. And this is kind of like one of those Children of the Damned kind of movie a little bit about like the kids and something's happening to the kids and they're kind of going crazy, killing the people in the town and stuff like that. It's a very, very fun movie. Like I said, I remember reviewing this one a while back, and I can't remember if like the Blu-ray was like if it was Vinegar Syndrome put it out and this is a new one, or Troma did. I can't remember for sure. But this one has on here, it's brand newly restored and 2K from its original 35mm camera negative. Has a brand new commentary track on here with the director. It has an extended making of on here. Documentary featuring interviews on here, on this one here as well. And there is slipcover versions for that one. And the next one I got here is from Vinegar Syndrome as well. And this is one here, a movie which stars Eric Stoltz and Jennifer Jason Leigh called Sister, Sister. I never had seen this one before. And it's from 1987. So this is, like I said, I don't know how I had never heard of this one. I don't know if this one had ever been out before on DVD or anything like that. I don't know for sure. Like I said, I don't know for sure for this one. And it's an interesting movie. It's basically, though, about these two sisters, and they end up going to this mansion. It's kind of like the one person that stays there, the one kind of likes the guy, but it kind of becomes this weird thing, like there's something really off about the guy and everything. It's a really interesting movie. This one has on here, though, an interview on here with the director, and the director went on to do, it's Bill Condon, who did like Chicago and Dreamgirls and everything. But it also has on here Being an Insider interview with the Benjamin Mountain on here, interview with one of the actresses on here, an interview on here with the composer, interview with the cinematographer on here. It also has a 12-page booklet on here, as well, with some stuff about the production, pictures and stuff like that from the movie. DVD, posters, and stuff like that as well. The other one here is one I want to let you guys know is available. This is from Vinegar Syndrome's partner label, Altered Innocence, and this is one called Hypnosis. Like I said, this is one that I want to let you guys know was available. And this one has on here feature-wise, U.S. theatrical trailer, and then trailers for other Altered Innocence releases. This one here, I can't for the life of me figure out where I saw this movie before. If I saw this on like USA Up All Night, or where this was, because I distinctly remember this, and I remember this so well, and it's like seeing this movie release is making me kind of think like, I wonder if like this company could get the rights to put out Meet the Applegates, because like I was like, man, that'd be amazing if Meet the Applegates would finally come to Blu-ray. Vinegar Syndrome though would be great for that movie. I'm thinking too that, and I'm putting that out in the world, since they got, you know, Drop Dead Fred, maybe Meet the Applegates, which has never had a DVD or anything in America, maybe they can acquire that one, and the other one is Summer Camp Nightmare. I cannot believe no one has acquired that. So I'm putting that out into the, you know, cosmos, is that hopefully those ones could come. But this one, like I said, maybe I saw this on something like I said, USA Up All Night, or I don't know what. And it's a movie here called The American Scream. I do regret I didn't ask for the slipcover version of this one, because I like this movie because it's really strange. And it's basically like, I don't really even know how to explain what it's about. It's like people kind of like this family, and then some of the friends come along too, and they're kind of all coming together to go to this mountain for like this trip and stuff like that. And basically like there's all these weird people in the town, and it's like kind of a parody a little bit of like these slasher movies, sort of, and like people are out there like trying to come after them and everything, but it's like really goofy and strange. And like I said, I cannot figure out where in the world I would have seen this before, because I don't recall ever having a DVD of this or anything. So I'm like, where would I have seen this? But it has on here, though, an introduction to the film by the director, a commentary track on here with the director, a restored promotional trailer used for foreign markets on here. And it also has Culture Shock releasing trailers as well. But this company is doing a great job. They're putting out a lot of, and they've recently teamed up with Vinegar Syndrome, for releases, and they're doing some really cool stuff. Vinegar Syndrome, though, is like, they have, like, since they have all these partner labels too, they have so many cool things. Oh, that's the one thing too, guys, is when you go, if you go to their website, make sure, it's really important, you don't just check on their main page, click partner labels or view all labels, because on the partner labels, that's other stuff that they distribute, and cool out there movies as well, but from different companies. But this is a movie here that, like, the cover to this is reminding me of that show. It just occurred to me now, called Capital Critters. And I feel like whoever drew this maybe drew that show Capital Critters. I don't know if I'm just going crazy or not, but it's kind of making me think of that. But this is a movie here, MVD released this, and it's from some new company on here too, called like Verdugo or something Entertainment, I think is the company, but it's MVD is the company, the distributor, but it's Verdugo, something like that. And it's a movie here called Ghost Riders. And this is another one that I think I have seen in the past as a kid or something. I must have rented it, and if it had this kind of a cover, I probably would have rented this. And this is from 87, so like Capital Critters was years after this. So like whoever drew this, though, definitely drew some kind of an animated cartoon or something in the 80s or early 90s. I cannot figure out who the artist is, and I don't think it says either. And I don't, like I said, this is another thing where I don't know if this is a picture that was made in the 87 or this is something new or what this is. But basically, though, all I could really kind of compute with this movie was ghost cowboys. And that's basically, I watched it with my brother. Pretty much everything I watched with my brother, but we kept on saying every time you saw the cowboys were like the ghost cowboys or ghost of the cowboys or whatever it was. And basically it's a group of people going out to the kind of out into the, what were they doing? I'm trying to figure out what they were doing here. They like I said, all I could pick up on was a group of people were going out into the woods, and then like they were kind of going to look for something, and then the one guy spots the ghost cowboys, and then the ghost cowboys are kind of coming after them and trying to kill them and stuff like that, and kind of killing people in the nearby town and stuff. So like something happens, and the one cowboy was hung in the very beginning, and that cowboy's come back to life, and then his whole gang of the other cowboys have all come back to life too. So that's basically what it is. It's basically the ghost cowboys, wrecking havoc and stuff like that. But this has on here a commentary track on here with the director and the producer on here, making of Ghost Riders documentary on here, low budget films on the set of Ghost Riders vintage documentary, movie stills, behind the scenes photo gallery, and it also has a new reissue trailer as well. The next one here, this is from Epic Pictures, and it's a movie here called Ditched. And this was an interesting movie. It was like, it was one of those movies kind of like all set in kind of one setting for the most part, because it was like inside of, or one, kind of, it was like all sort of in the same spot per se. And basically though, these people were, you know, basically it was a turned over ambulance, and then the, you know, the, why am I the, emergency technicians on, you know, on the, you know, on the ambulance, basically were trapped in there. The thing was upside down, but then at the same time there was a cop car, and something has happened. And basically though, the people are out there trying to, you know, to survive because there's somebody out there trying to kill them. So it's basically like them trapped in this overturned thing. So it's one of those kind of things where you go from one situation to another because of the cop car. Whoever's in the cop car has escaped. So it's like, oh, well, we got into a car accident, but no, that's not the worst of it. Now that, and you're also injured, but also you have somebody, you know, out in the woods now trying to kill you. It was a really interesting movie. Also, they were doing a lot of this weird sort of like lens flare-ish thing that they were doing to try and, like, I guess it was to try and make the movie seem a little bit bigger and stuff at points. And it was cool, but then sometimes it was a little peculiar because it was like so much like lens flare. That was the only thing I would say. But it has on here though, feature-wise, a commentary track on here with the filmmakers, as well as the original cut of the film as well. The next one here, this is from Shudder, and this is a movie here called Cave Eat, and this is the UK release here. And this is, oh yes, it's a Shudder original, but it's from Acorn Media International, so this is the UK release, but this is also region free, so you guys can watch this one in any US Blu-ray player. It's not one of the ones that's like region locked or anything. And this was an interesting movie, and I didn't get to see this one, you know, till now, because it came out in America like I think a couple months ago. And it's basically though, this one guy, he goes, gets this job to be like this, to go and watch this woman's sister while he has to go and leave, and he doesn't want to leave the sister alone in the house. And it's this weird sort of thing that there's something off about the sister. She's having some mental issues, having some problems. And the only way though the guy can stay in the house though, it's like the rule is he has to wear this sort of vest thing that he's sort of locked into. I don't know if there's a picture of him. You sort of can see this sort of vest thing he's wearing, but he has to wear this chained vest. And it's kind of like this sort of weird sort of thing going on. And it's kind of leads into this crazy stuff of what's going on with the sister and stuff. But it is a really, really interesting slow burn movie. Definitely one you guys should check out. It has on here, though, a director's commentary, producer's commentary, as well as storyboards on this one. The next one here, this is from 4 Digital Media, and it's a movie here called Crow Valley. And this is kind of like a movie in a similar style to Misery. It kind of has that Misery type feel to it. Because as this guy, though, who ended up getting in this, you know, something had happened to him. He ends up getting knocked off of a bike, you know, gets hit by a car, and then basically this woman takes him back to her house. But it becomes this whole weird sort of thing, though. And when she gets the guy back there, you know, he's like kind of trying to, like I said, it has that sort of Misery kind of thing to it where, you know, he tries to get away, and then the woman kind of has become like obsessed with him. And it kind of leads into all of these really, really weird things that are going on about this guy trying to figure out how he's going to get away. But isn't it very, very intense movie? And like I said, if you guys like stuff like Misery, it has that kind of vibe to it and everything. And the last one here, this is from The Film Detective. This is one I want to let you guys know is available. This is one here called The Dancing Pirate. This is the special edition here. This is a movie which stars Charles Collins, Frank Morgan, and Steffi Dana here. And this one has on here, feature-wise, a commentary track, commentary in insert essay by author Jennifer Churchill. This has Glorious Pioneers, The Birth of Technicolor, interview with author and historian David Pierce. Ambush by Mediocrity, Remembering the Dancing Pirate, interview on here with film producer and historian Michael Salinger on here as well. There's also a booklet in here which has some stuff about the production and the film in here as well. But anyway though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. And like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.